We could all use a little help navigating the news these days. The Consider This podcast wants to give you a hand. 6 days a week, we'll help you make sense of the day's biggest news story and what it means for you in less than 15 minutes. Listen now to the Consider This podcast from NPR.
This is WCBU's Out and About. I'm Dr. May Gilliland of ArtsPartners of Central Illinois, and today we are talking with Everley Davis, Assistant Curator and Community Engagement Coordinator at the Peoria Riverfront Museum, about a new exhibit called Built, American Custom Car Culture, opening Saturday, February 1st. Everley, welcome to Out and About.
Thank you. Hi, May.
Can you tell us about the inspiration behind Built? What motivated the Peoria Riverfront Museum to create this exhibit?
So it really started and has been a great collaboration with our guest curators, Darius Donaldson and Farai Kasembira. They approached us with the idea before my time even working at the museum back in 2019, before the pandemic. And President and CEO John Morris and our Chief Curator Bill Conger, continued conversations with them until the time was right. And in 2024, we struck a deal and they lent their expertise to finding the upper echelon of cars within the Midwest that are nationally recognized and just beautiful mobile sculptures. And I've been fortunate enough to work with both of them and kind of take a step into this world.
I love the term mobile sculptures because they really are, and this will explore the history, artistry, and mechanics of custom cars. It feels like a story that is fairly unique to the United States culture, and in this exhibit in particular, I would say to the Midwest.
Absolutely, yeah. All of the cars in this exhibition come from the Midwest, if not from Illinois or right here, within 20, 25 minutes of Peoria. But it's showcasing so much of an American story. This car customization happened really the birth of it after World War II, and 1950s was a pivotal era, but different subcultures have continued to define and redefine themselves over time. And it's one of those pastimes and traditions that has just continued to evolve and is getting bigger and bigger. And we hope that this exhibition will inspire and show the younger generation to get involved.
Well, let's dive a little bit more into that local connection. Your guest curators, as you said, are Darius Donaldson and Farai Kasembira. They are known locally here for their custom cars, the All or Nothing Custom Car and Bike Show. Mm-hmm. What was the curatorial process like, and how did their experience in the custom car community shape this exhibition?
So we really leaned on them to be the scouts, to find this talent. For me, I am fairly new within the custom car world. I mean, I've known people, my uncles are big into custom motorcycles and cars and things like that. But outside of just being like a visitor to car shows, I didn't really have that expertise, and they knew the people. Mm-hmm. So we leaned on them, and then everything else to make it an exhibition really came down to the museum's team. And we did not want to showcase this as a car show. This is not a traditional car show at all. We really did lean into displaying them like we would a gallery of sculptures. So it's got beautiful, artful lighting and poignant labels. I tried to make them poignant and sharing the stories, not just what are the mechanical changes that have happened to these vehicles.
So each one of these vehicles is described as the only one of its kind. Tell me a little bit more about that. I know there are different kinds of vehicles, and are there any that stand out to you as favorites?
I absolutely have a favorite. But I think that's just because I, love color, and I love anything that's going to give me a cultural story. So I would say that there's a section, a moment in the exhibition that is my favorite, rather than just one singular car. And that features a 1964 Impala that's from St. Louis. And it's yellow, and it's got murals and candy paint and a sick hydraulic system. It is amazing, and it's being juxtaposed against like a Brandywine and red candy painted Camaro. But what their cars showcase for me is really premier artistry.
That was Everley Davis of the Peoria Riverfront Museum talking about the opening of Built, American Custom Car Culture. Everley, thank you so much for joining me in the studio today.
Thanks for having me.
You've been listening to Out and About, production of WCBU and ArtsPartners of Central Illinois, designed to connect you with the arts community. Our producer is Jody Holtz. Find this episode at wcbu.org and subscribe to the Out and About podcast wherever you download.
Support for arts and culture coverage on WCBU comes from PNC Financial Services. PNC is committed to supporting local art and culture events in the communities they serve.